a parked car, you'll never see him parking if the car ain't moving. You'll never see people talking about you if you're going nowhere. But when you're trying to excel yourself, they got your name everywhere. Because dog don't bark at Parker, no way. Come on. The only time we can start barking is when the car start moving. Huh. Hey, I say, dog don't bark at Parker, no way. Boy, she thinks she better than people. The only time we can start barking when the car start moving. That's true, but people do, you know.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. It is your favorite talk show host, Mr. Antoine Cunningham, Audiovisual Media Manager at the National Training Agency. And we are back. Just like we promised last week, we are back and we are excited about another show. I'm on today with our Business Development Manager in the person of Mr. Jaydian Miller. We're hoping to have our HR Executive Administrator on with us in a few minutes, but we're excited. We're excited. It's a beautiful day, this third day of March, while we are already on the third month of the year, Mr. Miller. And I'm excited about what has been happening at NTA so far, and I'm sure you are excited. So let's go ahead with our show. If you are tuning in right now on Facebook or YouTube, please go ahead and share this link with your family and friends. We'll be more than happy to have you join us. Mr. Miller, how you doing today?
Good afternoon, Bahamas. I am doing good, Mr. Cunningham. It's a very good day. Happy to be on the right side of life. We have another day to make things happen. Thank God for having us be here. And we thank God. We look forward to an awesome show today.
That is great. That is great. We're still waiting on our HR administrator who is trying to get on with us. I think she may be having a little bit of internet challenges on her end, but we're hoping to have her on soon. But Mr. Miller, I know we still are celebrating or getting ready to celebrate our 10th anniversary here at the National Training Agency. I don't know if you want to talk a bit about that.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Cunningham. As I would have mentioned last week, we are celebrating our 10th anniversary this year, and we have a series of events going on. And the one event I spoke about was a speech competition. I want to talk a little more about that today, okay? As I would have mentioned in the last session, I spoke about the vision of the National Training Agency. I pray that you remember the vision of the National Training Agency, okay? And we're going to talk a little more. We're going to expand a little more on the information that you need for the speech competition. I'm going to give more tidbits today, more tidbits as we go. So you're going to get bite-sized chunks as we start to approach the speech competition, which is going to be on Thursday, March 30th, here in New Providence, in Exuma, and Grand Bahama. So I'm going to share some good information for you today.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I know the young people who are going to be participating, I'm sure they are excited about all of the prizes that we're going to be offering. And I know it's not just Nassau centric. We're involving the Family Islands as well. We had Miss Pratt on with us last week, and she was encouraging those persons in the Family Islands to go ahead and sign up. So if you are watching this show now, or if you may have kids that are interested in participating, we encourage you to please have them to get involved with this speech competition. It's an opportunity that they don't want to miss. Not only do they win prizes, but they can learn so much more about the National Training Agency and perhaps benefit by some of the things that we have to offer. Mr. Miller, are there any other activities regarding the anniversary, the 10th anniversary, that you would like to talk about now?
Yes, we're also going to have our anniversary luncheon. July 14th at 2 p.m. And that is going to be for a specific group of people, persons who have been involved with the agency from the inception 10 years ago, persons who have been very instrumental in helping it to be what it is today, to help it to become as known as it is today. We're going to do a lot more now to make you know more about the agency, because what happens is some persons still are not aware of what we do and what we provide. So the goal of these sessions are to give you more information so that we can know more about us. And that way you will be a product knowledge expert when it comes to what the agency provides. When persons ask you, hey, what does the agency have? Guess what? I know, because from these NTA exclusive shows, we know more information, and you'll be able to give them all the information that they need so they can get service.
That's awesome. That's some great information. It looks like we have Miss Lang on now. I'm not sure if everything is working as it should right now. Miss Lang, can you hear us? Can you hear?
Miss Lang, can you hear us?
Okay, yeah, looks like she's still having some challenges. Hopefully she'll be
I'm
able
here.
to
Good afternoon, everybody.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. It seems
Good
like
afternoon, NTA Nation. I am here.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you, Miss
All
Lang.
right.
Happy to have you. Happy to have you. So you had a dynamic session yesterday. Would you like to tell the viewing audience about that particular training and that particular session you had yesterday, how exciting it was, what you provided for the young people?
Yes, yesterday was an eye-opener for me as well as the trainees. It was a new topic that the NTA introduced, which was money. And I was elated to be chosen to talk on something that I am still trying to manage myself, but
All of us.
that I was able to keep the trainees engaged and offer them a wealth of knowledge on how to handle their resources once they would have gotten into the workforce. NTA still continues to offer a wealth of knowledge, not only externally, but internally, seeking out new avenues or persons that should be facilitate these courses. And I was glad that my executive management team saw something in me that I didn't see, and to be able to stand up there, yes, present to those young individuals and let them know how to go about managing their results.
Excellent, excellent. Mr. Cunningham, you heard Ms. Lang, all the great things that she said and she provided to those trainees yesterday.
Yes, I definitely heard, and I know we missed some of what she was saying, but I came into the room just for a brief time when she was presenting yesterday, and I tell you, I felt the fire. You know, I saw the expressions on the young people's faces. You know, it's hard to keep over 100 young people engaged for 3 hours. You know, so when you can do that and still get the point across, at the end of the day, you got to be bad out there. So kudos to Ms. Lang and, you know, all of the other presenters that have presented so far for cohort 21 here in New Providence. But definitely, I see we lost Ms. Lang, but I think she's going to try to move to another area where she's getting better signal. But thank you so much, Ms. Lang, and all you have done. And I'm sure the trainees of cohort 21, they are going to benefit from the information that you shared with them. But I'm telling you, Mr. Miller, we are having some exciting things going on at the agency. Right now, we're going to pause for a short commercial break. And hopefully by the time that is ended, we'll have Ms. Lang back on with us and we'll be able to hear more about what happened yesterday.
Hi, my name is Michael Thompson, Events and Facilities Manager. Here at the National Training Agency, Vocational Activities and Convention Center, we make it easy to plan and book your training courses, meetings, and events. We offer over 9,000 square feet of meeting space, including 3 tutorial rooms, 2 convention rooms, and 1 activity center at Galaxy Hall, each equipped with IT and audiovisual technology. From workshops to conferences to business meetings, concerts, and banquets, our facilities and customized services will cover all of your needs. We are located on Gladstone Road and Manning Drive. Schedule a visit today or speak with any of our friendly team members. Call us at 461-6000, the National Training Agency, Vocational Activities and Convention Center, your one-stop venue for all of your events and training needs.
Well, hello again, Bahamas. We are back. Thank you, Mr. Michael Thompson, again for coming on with your commercial and telling persons about our beautiful event spaces that we have at the National Training Agency. If you're looking for that place to have a event, a beautiful place that is safe, beautiful, and affordable, I might add, please give us a call today, and we'll be more than happy to have you on with us. It looks like Ms. Lang is coming back on with us. Hopefully, we'll be
I'm
able to help.
back.
Oh, she's back. She's back. Ms. Lang, hello again. Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Yes, I can
She's back.
hear you clearly.
Okay. I don't know if you want to tell
Working
us
live.
again, for those who might have missed it earlier, tell us a little bit more about yesterday.
All right. Yesterday was awe-inspiring for me as well. The trainees, the National Training Agency, as a part of its mandatory workforce preparatory program, yesterday introduced a new subject, which was managing your money. And I was elected as the facilitator for this momentous occasion. And even though I am still learning myself how to manage money, the trainees and I had a very informative session. And like I said, the NTA continues to inspire not only its external, offer a wealth of knowledge to our young Bahamians.
That is so awesome. That is so awesome. You were going in and out a little bit still, but we heard most of what you said. But I think it was so awesome that you were given that opportunity to speak to the trainees of cohort 21. And as I said earlier, I am certain that most of them would be able to benefit from the information that you received. And I'm sure you will be back to share more information with them. So thank you, Ms. Lang. Thank you for joining with us. Ms. Lang is our HR executive administrator here
A woman
at
of
the
many
National Training
titles.
Agency. Yes, no problem, no problem. Mr. Miller, we're still excited about our 10th anniversary that is coming up. You already shared some information about our speech competition that is coming up. And we want to encourage all of the persons that are interested in participating to please fill out the necessary forms, speak with whoever you need to speak with at your high schools. Parents, if you have kids that you know have a gift with speaking, tell them to come on and sign up. I'm sure it's an opportunity that they don't want to miss. Mr. Miller, what else you want to share today?
So thank you for sharing that, Mr. Cunningham. So I just want to piggyback off what you said. So the letters would have been sent to the high schools in New Providence, Exuma, and Grand Bahama. And the principal, or I guess the team, would select an individual to represent the school. So we're going to have our first meeting next week, Friday at 4 p.m. We want to make sure that you're able to attend because we want to speak to the participants, talk about the judging criteria. So it's important, teachers and principals, if you're out there, if you're watching this, make sure to submit that person's information so that way we can actually send you the link. There's a Zoom link that we're going to send you so we can have that session for the participants. Also, as I mentioned last week, the vision of the National Training Agency, I'm going to give you a little more tidbits of information. All right. I'm asking, Mr. Cunningham, can I do that right now? Do you mind if I do that right now at this moment?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So the vision, let's talk about the vision again. Do a little recap. Okay. So the vision of the National Training Agency is a greater workforce that is what? Highly productive, service-oriented, globally competitive, and responsive to the dynamics of the Bahamian economy. Very important. The vision is very important. See, I don't have my glasses on today, so my vision ain't as good today, but I know exactly what the vision is. All right, I know where I'm going. All right, that's the vision. And guess what? How do we do this? How do we fulfill this vision? We have two parts. Here's a two-part process. We have soft skills and we have practical skills. So remember this, young people. We have soft skills, the soft skills component, and the practical skills component. And Mr. Cunningham, if you don't mind, can you let us know how long is that soft skills component? How long does that last?
Well, usually, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, Ms. Lang, I believe the soft skills, it lasts for a period of 4 weeks. And I think, well, it used to be 3 half days per week, but I think it's now been increased to 4 half days per week. Yeah, and then I think the technical skills last for 10 weeks, 10 weeks. And I think for allied health, they go a little bit longer. It might be about 15 weeks. I'm not sure, but I know they go longer than the regular disciplines.
Top of the class, Mr. Cunningham. Top of the class. Very good. So you have 4 weeks of the soft skills, and you have 10 or more weeks of the practical skills. So young people, as you remember, 4 plus 10 is how much?
14.
Let's talk to the money lady, because I don't know. I can't add that well, Miss Lang. So 4 plus 10 is how much? Just to help me, because I little
14 weeks.
14.
14 weeks.
14 weeks. Excellent. 14 weeks. Yeah. So 14 weeks.
Technically, sorry.
Go ahead, Miss Lang. I'm sorry. We didn't hear you.
For this cohort specifically, we have increased the number of days.
So they would increase the days that they're training. I think Mr. Cunningham, she's piggybacking what you said about having 4 days now, 4 half days versus the 3, right?
Yes.
Good, very good. So let's talk more about these soft skills, right? We talk about the soft skills component and the practical skills component. So let's talk about what happens during soft skills. What are soft skills? What do you learn during soft skills? Right? Who remembers what do we learn? Can someone tell me maybe one of the units or one of the courses or one of the topics that we cover in soft skills, so our young people can understand and remember this?
Ms. Lang, you want to get on that?
And a range of topics like work.
I can tell you that one of my favorites is attitude shape up. As you know, that's always my favorite topic to cover, because we all have little attitudes every now and then, right? So we need a little bit of shaping up. Like how you get your hair shaped up, and you need to shape up every now and then, right? We need to be reeled in, and that particular course really helps persons to understand that maybe my attitude in the situation I may have thought was good, or I thought was a good representation of me, but I realized that I have to shift that. I have to change that if I want to get to the next level, if I want to step up in life, if I want to be able to manage myself accordingly, whether it's in life or in the workplace. So that attitude shape up course is pivotal to help to shape that mind, to help you to have a different view of life, have a different outlook, have a different perspective. So that's one of the most important courses that we have, the attitude shape up. Let's talk about motivation, Mr. Cunningham. How important is motivation? That's another unit. How important is motivation?
Well, motivation is definitely important in the workplace, especially. And I believe that anybody that's not motivated, it's definitely going to reflect in what they do, their level of output, productivity. If a person isn't motivated, you're not going to get them to do much. And I believe that a lot of business places, they recognize that it's so important for them to find out from their staff what it is that we can do to assist you in becoming a better employee, because at the end of the day, companies want to ensure that you are able to deliver the products and to please all of the customers, but at the same time, they want to know that you have everything that you need as an employee to offer the best that you possibly can on a daily basis. So a motivated employee is definitely a more productive employee.
That's excellent, Mr. Cunningham. Very good information, because you have that motivation and empowerment, right? They go together hand in hand. Very good.
I see another, I don't know if this is a current trainee or a former trainee. Her name is Vernell Rule. She's putting another topic in the chat, learning to manage work dynamics. So she remembered that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's powerful, Ms. Rule. Powerful.
Thank you, Ms. Rule. I don't know if you can still hear us, but can you tell us right there in the chat, and we'll pull it up on the screen, tell us something that you would have learned during that particular session, anything that you can remember, And she's also talking about self-awareness. She's saying that's her favorite. Why is that your favorite? Give us some information on that so our viewing audience can hear. See, we got trainees watching.
Yes, they're watching. That's excellent. That's excellent.
Yeah.
That's motivation right there, Mr. Cunningham.
Yes.
Motivation. We have our trainees watching.
Yes. Yes, I guess she'll put something in the chat real soon. But yeah,
Yes.
but I think all of our topics, they are workplace dynamic sessions, just geared towards making persons prepared to enter the workforce. We understand that it's more than just having the diplomas and the degrees and all of the qualifications. If you don't have the right attitude, all of that stuff don't mean a hill of beans. And I believe that is why the mandatory workforce prep certification that is offered by the National Training Agency, it carries so much weight. And when employers know that somebody is coming from the National Training Agency, this is somebody who not only knows how to do the job, but they have the right attitude. When they come to work, they know how to be motivated on a daily basis. They know how to handle conflict. And even now, with some of the new topics we have introduced, money management, this is somebody who is well-versed because they came from NTA.
Excellent. Excellent, Mr. Cunningham. And you're right. And guess what? When you speak about having the right attitude, right? You speak about handling conflict. You speak about those things. Now we talk about the topic, learning to manage self, right? Because you want to make sure that you can manage yourself appropriately in the workplace, right? How do you act? How do you carry yourself? What's the type of communication style, right? How do you interact with your team members? How do you interact with your leaders? How do you interact with customers, external and internal, right? So all these things that you mentioned are very, very important because these are the foundational building blocks before you even can go into the workplace, right? These are important. And we truly believe that this particular 4 weeks is critical because it sets them up for success as they go into practical skills. Mr. Cunningham, what's your view on that?
I definitely agree with you. Definitely agree with you. I'm just looking here at our chat. I see Miss Deborah Pratt, who was on with us last week. You know, Miss Pratt, she is one of our board members, and she's putting some more topics, reminding us of some more of the topics. I'm going to bring those up on the screen. She's talking about customer service, effective communication, team building, resume and interview skills, just to name a few. So people who are watching, employers who may be watching, these are the kinds of things that our trainees are trained in and they are well versed in. When we send them out to you, they are coming well equipped. They have the basic knowledge on all of these things. Thank you for those reminders, Director Pratt.
Thank you, Director Pratt. And Mr. Cunningham, to your point, customer service. Customer service. I mean, that is so important, right? And there's different levels to customer service, right? You can have basic customer service. You can have outstanding customer service. You can have excellent customer service, right? So what type of customer service culture does your organization have? And I told the graduates in Grand Bahama a few weeks ago, if there's no standard in the workplace when it comes to customer service, you build the standard. You become the standard. So others have to get to that level where they see that you're performing, you're doing well, you're giving outstanding customer service, and they'll have to rise to the occasion. But I think so many times in our society, all of us can probably vouch for this. Customer service has fallen. But at the National Training Agency, we are committed to ensuring that our trainees understand there's a high level of customer service. We're not having you down here. We need you to rise to the occasion. So we take that seriously.
Awesome, awesome. We're getting a lot of engagement today online, Mr. Miller.
Yes.
I see one of our other presenters, Miss Vernica Ferguson. She's just waving at us, telling us hello.
Hello.
And also, Mr. Jay Goodman. I guess this was another trainee. He's talking about managing anger, attitude. I guess these are the things that he remembered. I'm so happy that our trainees are actually watching today. And hello, Jay, wherever you are.
Jay Goodman.
Now, we're so happy to have you join us, and thank you for chiming in. So as you can see, folks, we have trainees that we have hundreds of maybe even thousands of trainees that have gone through the National Training Agency and understand what it is we have to offer and the importance of going through these 14 weeks. And persons may wonder why. Why do we put them through a whole 14 weeks of training? Why can't we just give them a job? We understand that there are persons who are entering the work field today, even those who are qualified, Mr. Miller, who don't understand the simple basic things that we need to become successful and productive employees. And employers today, they recognize that. And that's the reason why they are turning to the National Training Agency to get the persons that we actually produce. Yes, some of them, they may come from backgrounds where they may not have all of the paper qualifications, but with the certifications that we offer through our competency-based training, they have certification now, but they also come well-versed in all of these subjects, and they are ready to enter the workforce. And I think that is something that we ought to be proud of at NTA.
Yes, Mr. Cunningham, and it's something that we definitely are proud of, and our young people and our trainees are proud. I mean, they're in the chat, they're sending messages, they're reminding us of all the courses that they enjoy. This is very engaging. I'm so happy today. And you know, Mr. Cunningham, when we think about the past 10 years, when we think about thousands of our nation's youth that come through this program, I mean, it's really touching because there are some of our young people who wouldn't have had another opportunity if it wasn't for the National Training Agency. If we didn't have that program for them where they can change their life and upgrade their skills and be able to go on and do great things. So it is an honor and privilege to be a part of the agency. It's an honor and privilege to be here today. It's an honor and privilege to work with you, sir, because you have done a tremendous job over the years. We want to thank our executive chairman, Executive Marcel, our executive director, Mr. Terry Murray, and the entire team for all their hard work, because the agency is doing great things. We're making waves. We want to thank our director and our directors on the board. We want to thank all of our soft skills presenters, all of our training providers. All of you played a role in where we are today. So we want to thank you very much. And our trainees, please continue to send messages in the chat. Mr. Cunningham is watching. He's looking to make sure he can take a lot of those messages and show it on the screen. We just want to thank all of you for all that you do.
Thank you so much, Mr. Miller. We have come to the end of another show here at NTA Exclusive. Please continue to like and share this video, whether you are watching on Facebook or on YouTube. I know there are many persons who will probably watch after today's show is over, but we are so happy. We're excited about everything that's about to come for the National Training Agency. Again, for those of you who are just joining us, we are celebrating 10 years of being in existence. All right? And we are so excited for all that God has done, and we are looking forward to the future with great anticipation. Thank you so much for joining us today. It has been a pleasure. Good afternoon.
Take care.